Jerry Huse, publisher, Norfolk Daily News, Norfolk. Born in Norfolk, Jerry Huse served in the U.S. Navy and graduated from the University of Minnesota's School of Journalism. He became publisher of the Norfolk Daily News in 1956 when his father, Gene Huse, passed away. Jerry was the fourth generation in the Huse family to serve as publisher and, at the time, the youngest in Nebraska to serve in that capacity.
This was my great-great-grandfather who came across in a covered wagon with a hand press and ended up in Ponca. It was one of the first newspapers in northeast Nebraska.
Jerry viewed the newspaper to be a trusteeship on behalf of the community and the area it serves.
There's an editorial that my great-great-grandfather wrote that I read just about a month ago. And what he described today is still the whole point of a good quality community newspaper, in that it's a community advocate. Any way we can help our community to grow in positive ways, we want to get behind that, and that's been the case for 4 generations, now 5 with me, but certainly my dad embodied that.
While he loved publishing the Norfolk Daily News, he will be remembered for his work in helping his community and region to grow and prosper.
You would see his presence at the opening of a gallery at the Norfolk Arts Center, or at a dedication of the YMCA, or a new class being offered. He never tried to be at the forefront or be the one who comes in and tries to dominate a meeting or look at me. That was not Jerry Huse. He was very happy to be there, to show his support by his physical presence, but really to let the spotlight shine on others.
Jerry Huse contributed substantially to the development of the Norfolk Family YMCA, local hospital building projects, the Norfolk Arts Center, the Elkhorn Valley Museum, and Northeast Community College, and helped to bring new businesses and jobs to the region.
I can drive down the street and I can think to myself, yeah, Jerry did that for this group, or he helped with this, or he led this fund drive. He's just one of those one-of-a-kind individuals that really had a heart for the community and showed that in the ways he contributed.
I would say half a dozen major employers in this area came here because of his leading the charge to solicit them and to get them to come to Norfolk. And so from that perspective, he's added tremendous value to the community.
Employees have been key to the success of the Daily News, with many employees serving 35 to 40 years.
Truly, our employees are what make the newspaper what it is today. We're deeply grateful for them. They do a fantastic job.
To have that kind of longevity brings consistency, brings a knowledge of our readers and the people who we serve and the advertisers, so that we ideally can do a better job of meeting their needs and being of service to them.
Jerry Huse was a humble man who wanted what was best for the community. He never sought the spotlight and cared deeply for his hometown.
In this place, in Norfolk and northeast Nebraska, it is hard for me to identify or imagine someone who's had a more positive impact, both in terms of the community and how it's regarded, but also helping to contribute to business success for so many different organizations through his involvement behind the scenes with economic development and Chamber of Commerce related activities, and then personally contributing to so many different efforts. He just hits all of the bullet points.
I mean, he just loved the Daily News. He loved the community. He loved to help Norfolk grow any way he could. That was his heart.
Well, good evening. I'm Bill Huse, Jerry's son. My father passed away June 15 last year, 1 year to the day after my mother passed away. Not before learning he was to receive this recognition. I'm I'm delighted to have with me my only sibling, my sister Mary Beth Olson, tonight. On behalf of my father and our family, I say a very big thank you to the Nebraska Chamber of Commerce and Industry for this very gracious honor. We so appreciate the Chamber for all the ways they serve us, not the least of which as it relates to the legislature. I also want to thank those who came to celebrate with us tonight. We accomplish what we do in life in large part because of the people around us who help us be successful. My father always said our employees are our greatest asset, and it's true. A number of key leaders from our businesses that come down tonight to celebrate with us. It really blesses us that you did so. Thank you. One special person. One special person I believe my father would want to recognize. A faithful, trusted executive assistant who assisted my father 39 years. Boyd Runnels, would you stand up, please, and be recognized? My father would often remind me, Norfolk has great people who really care about our community. So each one who came down tonight from Norfolk to celebrate with us, thank you. It means a lot. Finally, my father had great respect for his contemporaries around the state, especially others in the newspaper business. And certainly Alan Bierman, Executive Director of the Nebraska Press Association. Thank you. Thank each one of you for coming down to celebrate with us. The good Lord made us to operate most effectively when working together. Whatever effect my father had on Norfolk and our state, he'd be the first to say it was a collaborative effort, with many to get the credit. As the fourth generation of our family to be in Norfolk, my father loved his hometown. He loved Nebraska. He thoroughly enjoyed using whatever God-given tools he had. His time, his input, resources, a timely story or editorial support in the paper. He tried to help any way he could. It was a simple concept he learned from his father and his fathers before him. Do all you can to leave things better than you found them. He understood the more you give of yourself, the more fulfilling life is. I think most here understand and live by that same mindset. If we each continue to do so, all of us will continue to benefit in our communities and across our great state. So again, thank you. On behalf of my father and our family, this is a very kind honor.